A very good morning to all, my dear children. We are beginning our NEET courses. In biology, we are beginning the topics with the second chapter of your textbook, that is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. This topic is important for all kinds of competitive examination. Since we had completed the chapter, in this session we'll be discussing the multiple choice questions, their options, and the right answers. So here is your first question. For the formation of 30 zygotes, how many meiotic divisions are required? Options are 38, 37, 60, and 30. First, we'll go for the explanation. So here, one zygote needed one microspore and one megaspore. So here we have to find out 30 zygote. So how many divisions will be there, that we have to find out. So for 30 zygote, definitely 30 microspore and 30 megaspore we needed. And the facts known for us are one microspore mother cell undergoes meiosis to form 4 microspore. One megaspore mother cell undergoes meiosis to form 4 megaspores. Out of these, one will be functional, 3 degenerates. Therefore, 30 megaspores needed for 30 division. 30 megaspore will form from 30 divisions. And regarding the microspores, we need 8 divisions. 4 into 7, 28. So approximately we'll go for 8 divisions. So 30 divisions plus 8 divisions, altogether we'll get 38 divisions. So the answer, the choice will be answer A. 38 is the correct answer. So the second question is, how many meiotic divisions are required to produce 400 seeds in a pea plant? Choices given are 600, 400, 800 and 500. So we'll go for the explanation first. Formation of one seed require one microspore and one megaspore. Therefore, we need 400 microspore and 400 megaspore to produce 400 seeds. And the facts known for us are one microspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division and forms 4 microspores. One megaspore mother cell undergoes meiotic division to produce 4 megaspores, in which one will be functional and 3 will get degenerated. So here we need 100 divisions to produce 400 microspores. In one meiotic division we'll get 4 microspores. So in order to get 400 microspores, we need 100 divisions. And for 400 megaspores, we need 400 divisions, since one is functional. So altogether we need 400 plus 100 divisions. Total 500 divisions. We need to get 400 seeds. So the option will be D. D is the correct answer. Third question is, maximum number of antipodals recorded in embryo sac of angiosperm is 50, 3, 300 and 100. As you know, living world will be having so many exceptional cases. So here we'll get an exceptional case, an exceptional plant species named Sesa paniculata, a bamboo species who is having 300 antipodal cells. In normal angiosperm embryo sac, we will get 3 antipodals, but here it is 300 in number. So the correct choice will be 300, that is C. Next question. If the number of chromosomes in a leaf cell are 24, what are the number of integuments? So here you will get the options 12, 24, 36 and 18. Let's go for the explanation. Here it is given that ploidy level of the leaf cells, that is 2n, which is equivalent to 24. And here you have to recollect the integuments, that they are the protective covering around the ovule, and their ploidy level is always 2n condition. So since it is given 2n condition of the leaf 24, number of chromosomes of the integuments are also 24. So that will be the same. So the answer will be B. Choice will be B. Question. How many nuclei are involved in the process of double fertilization? Choices given are 2, 3, 4 and 5. So here you have to recollect the double fertilization, process of double fertilization. As you know, in double fertilization, two processes are involved, that is syngamy, fusion of the egg cell and the first male gamete, and the triple fusion, where the second male gamete will fuse the polar cells, polar nuclei, to form primary endosperm nucleus, that you know. So here you can see in syngamy, first male gamete is fusing the female gamete to form zygote. There you will get two nucleus, that is one is from first male gamete and other is from the egg cell. Now going for the second process, triple fusion, the second male gamete is fusing the secondary nucleus or polar nuclei. So there secondary nucleus or polar nuclei, they are in 2n condition, two nucleus are there, and then second male gamete is having one nuclei. So altogether you will get 5 nuclei, 2 from the syngamy and 3 involved in the triple fusion. So total number of nuclei are 5. So answer is D. Question. A typical angiosperm anther is dash and dash. Options: bilobed and tetrasporangiate, bilobed and monosporangiate, trilobed and disporangiate, tetralobed and monosporangiate. So here a typical angiosperm anther is generally bilobed, and if bilobed is always tetrasporangiate. 4 microsporangia will be there and the theca will be 2, that is dithecous condition. Okay, so here the choice will be A, bilobed and tetrasporangiate. Next question. The pollen grain represents options: male gamete, male gametophyte, microsporophyll and microsporangium. So you know the fact pollen grains represent the first cell of male gametophyte. So here the answer will be B, male gametophyte. The pollen grain represents male gametophyte. Next question. The thin and continuous layer of pollen grain is exine, intine, germ pore, endothecium. So here you have to recollect the structure of pollen grain. And you know the facts. The outer layer, exine, is thick, and also in between it is having germ pores, and inner layer, intine, is smooth and continuous. So here answer will be intine. The thin and continuous layer of pollen grain is intine. Next question is, the ploidy level of nucellus and the female gametophyte respectively are: first choice N and 2N, second one N and N, 2N and N, and the last one 2N and 2N. So let's go for the explanation. You know the fact that nucellus is the nutritive layer of angiospermic ovule and its ploidy level is 2N, and female gametophyte, otherwise known as embryo sac, which is produced from a functional megaspore, and the ploidy level of megaspore will always be N. So here the answer will be 2N and N. So the choice C. Option C is the correct answer. Next question. The number of nuclei in a mature embryo sac. Options given: 8, 7, 6 and 5. Let's go for the explanation first. Here you have to recollect the structure of embryo sac and the process, how the nucleus are getting divided. All those things you have to recollect in order to answer this question. Here you can see the diagram of mature embryo sac of an angiosperm ovule. So here you can see the number of antipodal cells, that is 3. Since 3 antipodal cells, 3 nuclei will be there. And coming to polar nuclei, there will be 2 polar nuclei. And moving to the synergids, 2 synergids are there. So 2 nuclei. And egg cell, 1 egg cell is there. So 1 nuclei. So altogether 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 1, totally 8 nuclei are there in the angiospermic embryo sac. So the answer will be option A, 8.